getting ready to go over the bridge on our way to our 9th huddle.
The Mackinac City Huddle. We've been waiting for the Michigan Huddle for a long time.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Ever since we went there the first time and you're like, wouldn't it be cool if we brought a bunch of people here?
Yes, yes. And so we're gonna go see if it is gonna be cool.
So we're going back up over the bridge and then we're like, what, 8 miles to where everybody's at?
Oh yeah, eight total. Yep, you're right.
So buckle up.
Over the bridge we go.
It's gonna be a fun adventure. Never know what a huddle has in store. That's why we like to shoot the video at the very beginning, because the next few days, who knows what's gonna happen. Well, you might because you're watching the video now, but
So did you say roll the intro?
Nope, I sure didn't.
Oh, well maybe we should do that.
And roll the intro?
Yeah.
And get to it?
And then do this.
Why don't you do the
huddle.
honors?
How do you normally do that? You do this, or do you still do that? Or is that
I haven't done that in a while.
Is that a classic? That's a classic Todd move. So just roll the intro. How about that?
That's good.
Okay.
A man and a woman left their home to switch things up and go on the road. And they didn't know where they would go, but it's gotta be better than staying home. They switched it up. They switched it up.
Jump into the car on a Friday night. I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town. I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't have a plan and the night is young. It doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like. There ain't nobody like. You look so beautiful, and I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me.
Well, hello. Fancy meeting you here.
It's that time when we're starting huddle. Everyone's making their way down to get instructions from Sheila before we do check-in. So they're making a long, this park is long, so they're making the long walk. They've chose to walk. So these are the exercise people. They like to get their steps in beforehand.
Exactly.
Something about the way you move. Ain't nobody like. Ain't nobody like. So lucky to be yours.
Welcome to Switch Crew World! I have the microphone, they can't hear you. She was telling me how much she loves me and how sexy I am. Thank you so much.
Wow, when Todd and I first had the idea that, okay, we're out here on the road, let's see if we can get a few people to camp with us. We had no idea that we would be on number 9. Like 9 times you guys have come out to camp with us, and it has been just amazing. So thank you for that.
Jump into the car on a Friday night. I wanna drive with you.
And this starts the first day of the huddle.
First full day.
First full day.
Yep.
And we are heading to an island.
We're headed into Mackinac Island. I really like that place.
I know. Well, we were looking forward to bringing everyone here when we first came.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of cool that we're running over there with so many people.
I think 150-ish.
And we're rocking our new shirts.
Yes.
New Red Shirt Friday shirts.
Yes.
Remember, everyone deployed, so it's kind of cool. All right.
Here we go.
Let's go see if we can go find some other people today. Megan loves being on camera.
She seems to be getting used to it.
You love being on camera, Megan? It's your favorite.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you.
I don't cry when it rains no more, or I get dirt on my shoes. I don't mind climbing 8 more flaws, 'cause these stairs are all
Everyone's getting parked. And then we got to walk back to the ferry. I think we have a good portion of the ferry all booked up. Problem is, we done filled up that parking lot. Oops.
In the dead of winter, remember that snow melts away. One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance for the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. We don't need plans or a fancy agenda. Well, let's just see where it goes. We got no care for the way people stare at the dust and the dirt on our clothes. Hey.
The boat ride's about 20 minutes. It's actually a pretty good ride. When you get off the boat, you're going to be a plethora of wonderful bicycles you can rent, and you can go around the island and stuff. We're all marching our way like minions up to the fort. So that's where we're heading first. I was asking if we were doing a Sheila hike, and I was like, you have no idea what the hike's gonna be like. You've got to make it to the top of the fort.
Go put on that old wedding dress now. Probably still fits like a glove. And tell the band.
Okay, we're taking the walk up. Everyone was like, are we gonna do a Sheila hike? And I'm like, well, get ready, you'll have a Sheila hike. You gotta walk the wall up to the fort. Now, up on top, it's absolutely beautiful. You get the best pictures and everything. So, it's pretty nice. And if you don't want to do the stairs, there's actually, you can take a horse-drawn taxi. It takes you around the fort, and you can go in where there's not as many stairs. But we're not telling most of these people that because they need to get the Sheila hike in.
We didn't all fit or make the very first ferry, so I'm just hanging out here. The groups went on up to catch the tour of the fort, and I'm waiting for about 20 people still that need to come from the other ferry, and then we'll head up there together and meet up with everybody. So just kind of enjoying this beautiful view, turquoise water, and the silence of no cars. There's just something very spectacular about it. So if you ever get a chance, you should check out Mackinac Island.
Finishing up this wonderful little excursion to the top.
To the fort.
To the fort.
Yeah.
Well, the best views at the fort, basically.
Yeah, but it boggles my mind to think how the heck they built this thing back in the 1800s. Like, I don't know.
It is good. So now we're trekking back down the hill.
Yep. Gonna grab some lunch with the crew.
And we're just gonna hang out on the island.
Yes,
So,
explore the island for the rest of the day.
free time.
Yeah, Megan and Kelly wanted to do the hike up to the Arch Rock. You wanted to do that with us?
I'll ride the bikes and then I'll sit down and wait for you guys to come down and you can give me the video footage.
Okay.
That sounds fair, right?
Yeah.
So then we can share it with you guys. There's no reason for your boy Todd to exert all that effort.
I mean, why?
Why would I, right?
Why would I?
Yeah.
Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. And go put on that old wedding dress now. Probably still fits like a glove. And tell the band to play one more slow song. 'Cause you still have all my love. One more cold drink, one more road, one more dance for the doors get closed.
Apparently, Sheila and Megan rented this wonderful pizza. What'd you do?
We just got them. We're just where we said, hey, we'll buy you pizza.
All the pizza?
Buy you some pizza.
Okay, we're funneling in.
Dance for the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. Let's get happy before we get old. No more whiskey, I'll have a Coke. Catching bass on an old fishing boat. One more story from Grandpa Joe. Let's get happy before we get old.
We've now added stretching to our routines.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This marks the start of day 2. Yesterday was a fun day, like going out to the island. I think what was neat is just seeing everybody's expressions when they went to experience like the blue water that's up here. They didn't know Michigan was like this. All the things we said when we came the very first time.
Right.
It's kind of neat to have other people experience that. I don't know,
Yeah,
it's cool.
so, but today starts, today we do our give back day this morning, and I'm excited about that.
So I think we're going to have some breakfast, get the details,
Yep.
go to the give back, and then we have some fun activity planned for this afternoon.
Yep. It's kind of a low key day. You might get a sit for a minute.
Well, give backs generally, there's not much sitting.
No,
It's
I
like-
meant later.
Yeah, okay, later. You're giving me hope for the future.
Yeah.
All right, got the coffee. Let's go see what everyone's doing.
Probably my favorite is we go back and we give back into the community that we're being a part of or where we're at. Church and a nonprofit, they're kind of like side by side. And these two organizations do a lot of things for this community. And why I love the give back so much is because it shows the power of a community. When we show up with 150 people, we can knock out a lot of things that almost will take these organizations months and months and months to do. Because just imagine the 150 people at 3 hours of volunteer work. That's a lot of math. I don't want to do this early. But it's a lot of hours of just manpower.
Good morning.
Good morning. If you have stuff, I drop it here,
Okay.
and then go right to that shed, out around, and you'll see where we're parking
Oh.
big trucks out there.
Perfect.
Cool.
Thank you.
Okay, it's that time. It's time for the give back. I brought tools, hammer, water. And some of it's for school supplies, some of it's helping around this facility, some of it's for another facility down the road. So we'll see what today brings.
What you got there? We're packing backpacks.
I got two backpacks so we can share the story
Oh, okay.
with them.
We're gonna go pack some backpacks.
Yeah, I don't-
For this upcoming school year for the kids.
Is that what we're doing?
Yep, we're doing that. We're working on the pantry. We've got some landscaping to do. Got a Christian school down the street. We're gonna help.
There you go.
All
See?
the things.
All the things.
Let's go see. They're supposed to have closed doors, or no doors.
No doors or closed doors?
You've already gotten an early start over here.
Fine. So
Yeah, we got up before breakfast this morning.
What?
We got up before breakfast.
And you just decided to hop out here and get started, huh?
No, we ate over there by you guys.
Okay.
So we need about 15 to 20 people that would be willing to help with some kitchen projects. If there are about 35 of us that she can spearhead.
I've been thinking about time and where does it go? How can I stop my life from passing me by? I don't know. I've been thinking about family, now it's going so fast. Will I wake up one morning just wishing that I could go back? I've been thinking about lately, maybe I can make a change and let it change me. So with all of my heart, this is my prayer. Singing, oh, Lord, keep me in the moment. Help me live with my eyes wide open. 'Cause I don't wanna miss what you have for me. Singing, oh, Lord, show me what matters. Throw away what I'm chasing after. 'Cause I don't wanna miss what you have for me. Keep me in the moment. Oh, keep me in the moment. Keep me in the moment. I don't wanna miss what you have for me. When I wake up in the morning, Lord, touch my heart. Don't let me stray, I just wanna stay where you are. All I got is one shot, one try, one go around in this beautiful life. Nothing is wasted when everything's placed in your hands. Singing, oh, Lord, keep me in the moment. Help me live with my eyes wide open. 'Cause I don't wanna miss what you have for me. Singing, oh, Lord, show me what matters. Throw away what I'm chasing after. 'Cause I don't wanna miss what you have for me. Keep me in the moment. Oh, keep me in the moment. Keep me in the moment. 'Cause I don't wanna miss what you have for me. I've been thinking about heaven and the promise you hold. So it's all I
Anyways, all your work. We love you. Thank you so much for coming. We needed it. Thanks. We give you a big hand. Any other questions? Thank you. I don't know what the plan is, but
We're gonna eat. We're gonna eat real good.
Give back, done, check. Food, lunch, done, check. Now we have what?
We are headed, well, there's a 90-ish of us headed to a lighthouse tour.
Lighthouse tour. So we gotta boogie on up to the front, catch two shuttles,
Yep.
and then head out. This ought to be something. I didn't even know they have that many lighthouses on the shores to actually go look at.
Yeah, I don't know. But if I remember correctly, didn't we do a video in Lake Havasu where they had like miniatures of the lighthouses that were up here?
I don't know if it was here or just around the world, but I know it's a lot.
Yeah.
So you and us,
We're gonna learn something new.
yeah, we're all doing that together, apparently. This is the lighthouse tour. What they don't know is only one couple comes back. We don't know who it will be, but they will be voted out, have to jump off and swim. You might go first, you're smallest. We might vote you first.
Man, skipper, brave and sure,
Passenger set sail that day, a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough, and the night was frost-caught. The ship set ground on the shore of the Northern Desert Isle with Gilligan, skipper to a millionaire and the movie star. Here on Gilligan's Isle.
Maybe they want to enjoy the White House tour.
Swin switch it up, decides to show up on a boat and take over.
Definitely take over.
Right? Isn't that the way it goes, Billy? We just show up and take over? That's the way it works.
Everywhere we go.
That's the way it works.
Until we get out and get our stern.
Straight off the bow, a little bit to the port, you can see 𝐜𝐨𝐸 Lighthouse out there off.
I've got nothing left, and the moon's in dead. While the sun's sitting on its side,
3-hour tour.
I'm not sure if time could ever cure this mind.
And the story came from 𝐁𝐞𝐥𝐸. So they were in the midst of this whole building of this lighthouse, and it got up pretty tall. And 𝐁𝐞𝐥𝐸, he just needed to get out there and clean the glass. The unfortunate part for 𝐁𝐞𝐥𝐸 was he had 5 toes, and as he was cleaning the glass, it was just super hot that day in Michigan, and he took his shoes off. And 𝐁𝐞𝐥𝐸, which was 5 toes, had this big seagull come down and just swoop down and chop off 3 of his toes. He didn't know when he woke up that morning he was going to be missing 3 toes, but that's just what happened. It's a horrible experience. But that's no longer here. They flew it up because there was a Navy ship and they were doing some sort of testing, and it no longer exists. But that's the story of the 𝐁𝐞𝐥𝐸 Lighthouse in 1948-ish, I guess. Story. It's okay. You can read that one when it comes up. When I was walking down the dock, I could hear everybody singing a 3-hour tour. I knew it was going to be a good trip.
Good morning. It's Sunday morning.
Last full day of the huddle.
Yes, 𝐫𝐞𝐥𝐸 doing all kinds of stuff today. We're heading for donuts and coffee. Little message this morning. It's kind of a typical Sunday morning, and then we do interest activities today.
Yep, and then I believe we have dinner tonight and a bonfire,
Q&A.
some fireworks.
This should be a fun day.
Yeah.
And we have been so blessed with this weather.
Oh my gosh, it's
Like
been
light
fabulous.
jackets, hasn't been super windy. It's been great.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to today.
It's been a good weekend so far. So
Yeah.
finish it up today strong.
Normal huddle routines. Whoever thought we'd have huddle routines, but that's what we've
Well, maybe
sort of
next year we need to switch it up a little bit.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's the last thing. I just got used to this routine.
Which one are you eyeing?
I don't know, I've had 2.
Oh.
So this being our 9th huddle, we've adjusted things when we've done the morning like message and stuff. So today's gonna just be another little difference. It'll be a lot of fun. Mainly it's us getting coffee and donuts, sharing, and then doing this, and then we do interest activities later today where people will do their e-bike rides. They'll end up going on motorcycle rides, jeeping. This kind of kicks off the Sunday morning. And then tonight, we get together and we're gonna have this big, huge meal, and then we plan, there's a fireworks thing. But this Sunday morning's always super special at a huddle, just so you know. Put it on your list. This is your favorite moment.
And tomorrow as well.
Tomorrow?
It's also donuts.
Oh.
I don't come to you as a teacher, as a preacher, as a pastor. I just come to you as Sheila, your friend. I'm just sharing from my heart what the Lord is doing, telling, showing us, and we're just sharing that with you all. I believe that the lyrics of the song, we need to fly a little higher at 100,000 feet view, where Jesus said in John 14:6, I am the way. I am the way, I'm the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through me. Because, see, in the beginning, God created the world, and He created humans, and He gave us free will. And that free will gives us a choice to make a decision to follow Him or not, because we've all sinned, and we all fall short of His glory. But because Jesus came, He made a way through the cross, through His life, through His death and resurrection. He is our way maker. He is our way to eternal life. I want to read to you 2 Corinthians 4:16-18. It says, therefore, do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen, since what we see is temporal, but what is unseen is eternal. We cannot see God working at the hearts in someone else's life. We cannot see the impact that your words and your kindness and your actions are having on people. We can't see the future. God prepares us for what is to come. If He showed us the whole map of our life, like what your journey was going to be, we could not handle it. So it's just by faith, one step at a time. So my dad used to send me pictures or videos of the sunrise on his way to work almost daily. And we would share a text or two about how we were both seeing the same sunrise. He always thought the sunrise in western Kansas was better than the sunrise in eastern Kansas. Because he didn't have buildings blocking his view. And sometimes he was right, especially I love it when it's like the golden wheat plains or the sunflowers. Those are beautiful sunrises. But we'd talk a little bit, text back and forth about, have a blessed day. He always would end with, have a blessed day. And then I'd be driving into work, watching the sunrise. It's coming up and I'd be singing Waymaker. And I remember those moments so vividly, and they were just so good. It was just a great time of me and the Lord on the way in. When Dad went in for his surgery, I didn't go to Boulder, Colorado, because I had a cold. And I didn't want to get him sick before his surgery. And so when I got the call that they were struggling to get his heart to beat again, strong on when off the machine, right? They kept having to put him back on the machine, back on the machine, back on the machine. I just couldn't sleep. And so I sat on the couch and I sang Waymaker over and over and over again, reminding myself of who God is and asking Him to be that miracle worker that I knew that He is. In fact, I texted my friends to pray. I texted one of my prayer warriors, Anita. She actually sent back the lyrics to that song, not knowing that I'm setting up singing that song over and over and over. In the morning, they said, you need to get here. So I packed a bag, and Todd was going to take me to the airport, and he was going to start driving. And I watched Todd pack a bag. And it made me really angry because he packed his black suit. I didn't pack any nice clothes. And I thought the judgmental me in my flesh, I look back and now and I'm like, he had little faith because I knew I had asked for a miracle maker. And I was going for a miracle. Todd dropped me off at the airport and he headed out. And on that flight, hold on, I came prepared. On that flight, I sang that song, just tears rolling. I felt bad for the dude sitting next to me. I just sat there completely silent, just singing that song over and over in my head, and there was just this constant, steady stream of tears. But I was ready to march into that hospital for a miracle, because I knew my God is a miracle maker. He's a miracle worker. So I sat by my dad's bed. I walked in there. If you've ever seen somebody that just had heart surgery, they are as pale can be. They literally look dead. But I sat by my dad's bed and I grabbed his hand. Strangely, his blood was so thin that every pore on his body was bleeding. Like that whole, like he just looked like there was just blood surrounding him, because every pore was pouring out blood like sweat. But I grabbed my daddy's hand and I laid my head down on his arm and I sang. And I just prayed. I knew that it was time. That my God was going to show off, and he was going to show that he was the miracle worker that I had asked for, because that's what I'd been praying for. I had faith. So they said, okay, we're going to turn this machine off. And I had faith. I'm like, okay, it's time. It is time. You're going to show up and you're going to be a miracle maker. And so they turned the machine off and I prayed and I held my breath, because I just knew that machine was going to go beep. It didn't go beep. It was so quiet. The whole room was quiet. There was no beep. I felt so alone and forgotten. In 2019, Waymaker by Leland was released, and it was one of my favorites. And I said earlier, like we talked about, Eye of the Tiger and all those songs, they can trigger amazing memories, and those memories are a blessing. But when those memories are surrounded by a tragedy or sadness or darkness, it doesn't feel like a blessing. I haven't listened to that song since my dad's funeral. It's been 3.5 years. And since you've all been a part of my grief journey, I decided we're going to sing that song today. Because maybe like me, your faith has been shaken, or you feel like God has let you down or abandoned you, or maybe you're struggling with a direction or decision that you need to make and you feel like God is silent. Maybe you haven't surrendered to the fact that you are a sinner in need of a Savior. You need a way maker. Or maybe in your marriage and your finances or in your health, you're looking for a miracle worker. Or maybe you have a child you're clinging to God's promises for as you watch that child walk in a direction you don't want. You need a promise keeper. Or maybe you feel the darkness all around you, and you need that light in the darkness. If your faith has been shaken or you feel abandoned or hurt by God, I want to challenge you something. The last time I listened to that song, I drove out to the cemetery the night before my dad's funeral, and I looked at that freshly dug grave, and I sat and I cried. I felt so alone. Not only did my dad die, I felt forgotten by God. And as I sat there and I listened to that song, I felt the Spirit say, but when it doesn't look like you want it to, will you still worship me? And that's my challenge for you today. Even when we don't see it, He's working. Even when we don't feel like it, our God deserves to be worshiped. My dad got his miracle. Being raised from the dead to live with an eternal life with Jesus is the greatest miracle of all. And that miracle is available to you too by just believing that Jesus is who He says He is, that Jesus was born of a Virgin Mary, that He lived a sinless life, and He was crucified, died, and was buried, and yet on the third day He rose again. And believing in Him that as your Lord and Savior, you can have that same miracle. I've been on a 3.5-year grief journey, and it seems like so long, but it's probably because for me it was more than losing my dad. My faith was shaken. And I've had to build a new level of faith and trust. But through this, I am stronger because I know that even when I can't see it, God is working. And regardless of how I feel, He is our way maker, our miracle worker, our promise keeper, and the light in the darkness. So I'm asking you for the first time in 3.5 years, will you stand up, if you can, and sing with me one of my favorite worship songs and really process where you are and who the Lord is.
Switch right on 3. 1, 2, 3, switch right!
I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. And you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. And you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you. I worship you. You are here and you're here.
Time to eat. It's the final evening before we come to an end. It's a busy day. Like, the motorcycle ride was incredible. We had, I don't know how many people went on that e-bike ride. Then they did, at the last minute, I didn't know they were going to do like paddle boarding.
Some people did that. Some people went to Discovery, like the Discovery Park down the street, which they did some sawing, like.
It's a lot of like activities here.
Yeah, there's lots of great things to check out in the area for sure. Michigan, it's got some hidden gems for sure.
Now we're going to do Q&A, then we're going to finish off the night with an amazing bonfire. That's the plan.
That is the plan.
If the rain holds. I hope it doesn't rain, but we'll see.
And I mean, it's the dog days of summer back home, and I'm in a hoodie, and we're going to take our coats to the bonfire.
I'm wearing jackets. It's good.
So that's been great.
This is the end. Megan and Sheila are planning already for the next huddle.
Yeah, we're always.
It never ends. We haven't even finished. The sun's going down, and you're already talking huddles in like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Well, gotta keep this going. See all these people having a great time? We gotta keep this going.
Yeah. What a great way to end this whole weekend.
Yeah, this beautiful sunset bridge.
Everything is done. Alas, another huddle is in the books.
I guess it was such hustle and bustle in here, and then all of a sudden it's.
No, yeah, that's nothing. Okay. Thanks for tuning in.
I guess that's a wrap.
Yeah, this is a wrap. This is the only time we've wrapped it up like this, but it was a whirlwind and so much fun. Thank you, everyone that's come.
Yep.
If you've ever wanted to come to a huddle, simply go to our website, go switchitup.com, click on the events tab, and it shows all of our current schedule that's upcoming.
Yeah, people say, gosh, we had no idea. We watched what a huddle was. We had no idea how impactful it was going to be, how much fun we were going to have, and make some amazing friends. So we'd love for you to come hang out with us.
We'd love for you to come. But this is so weird to see it end. With that being said, Sheila.